and he gave people 2-3 company names to invest in, saying that tomorrow the shares are going to be better, why don't you put your money in this if you're interested. I got an ad, I think, and either, I'm not very sure where I picked it up from. It could have been Facebook or it could have been Instagram or somewhere. It was an ad saying that we want to learn more about investment, then join this WhatsApp group and we will help you.
Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to Never Stop Growing, a podcast for older adults who believe age is just the number. This channel will help you keep learning and stay updated and grow personally, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually with Vayah Vikas. Stay tuned, and we're going to learn more. Today, we will talk about one of the most important aspects in terms of cyber crimes, which is investment fraud. For all of us, we just know that it is one WhatsApp message and your money goes away, but that is not the truth. In today's discussion, we have Ms. Pavitra Reddy, who is Chief Operating Officer of Vayah Vikas. She has gone through an experience, and we will learn from her right away to know how deeper the fraud ecosystem is. Welcome, Ms. Pavitra Reddy. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about the experience of cyber frauds. Right?
Thank you, Shankar.
Let's talk about in general, right? How do you think senior citizens are affected with the cyber frauds today?
I think seniors are overly worried about it. We hear about it in the news every day, and there's something that we keep thinking of. It's on top of our minds, because when you're an older adult, you have limited income, you are worried about how your funds get used, and you want to be very sure that whatever you have is safeguarded. And you hear so much about it in the news. Every day it's bombarded. Now, if you're calling somebody, you get a message saying that be careful. I think every message starts with saying don't share OTP, don't do this, don't do that. So everybody is worried about it, but nobody knows how to actually safeguard their money. So I think the worry is there, but being knowledgeable and understanding the whole aspect of what it means and how the scams can evolve is very important. So I think it's important for all older adults to be able to keep on top of things, because it's such a fluid thing and every day it changes. People are learning how to fraud you better. So you have to learn how to be better than them.
Thank you for that. Now, while I was talking before this podcast, I got to understand that it does not start with one message, but it starts way before that in terms of understanding you, your profile, and all of that. While we do a lot of podcasts on Vayah Vikas platform, small videos about cyber frauds, we talk about be aware of WhatsApp messages, don't entertain unknown numbers, and all of that. Now, while I was researching also, I understood this starts even before they talk to you about investment.
True.
And with your experience that you have gone through, how did all this start, the investment fraud?
Let me start off by saying I didn't actually put money in. That was only because we keep talking about it so much in our office. We keep talking about how we need to safeguard our senior citizens, how we need to be careful, look out for scams, and we generally keep advising people, and I think at some point it's registered in my brain also to be safer, and that's the only reason I stopped, or I didn't go further than I start investing in it. So how did it all start? I have been interested in learning about share market and all of that. It's something I've been very cautious about doing myself. I think I feel like an older adult myself, where I will say that it's easier to put money in a FD and forget about it than invest in shares. But it's also interesting when you want to make a little more money to learn about how to do it and all of that, and that's where it started from. So I've been wanting to learn, invest money in something safer, and make sure that the money grows, right?
Correct.
So online, I have been reading about investments. I have been following a couple of people, so I keep getting messages on WhatsApp, and now everything is, if you put it in one place, or if you're even talking with your phone off, it still listens to you, and everywhere you start seeing more and more ads, and you get bombarded with investment options
Sure.
and all of that. So one of the things that happened was I got an ad, I think, and I'm not very sure where I picked it up from. It could have been Facebook or it could have been Instagram or somewhere. It was an ad saying that, do you want to learn more about investment? Then join this WhatsApp group and we will teach you.
Okay.
Right? And wanting to be interested or wanting to learn is where this whole thing started with me personally.
Okay.
So what actually happened was I got, so once I clicked on the link, it said send me your number and we'll add you into a big WhatsApp group where everybody is learning on investment. So I joined this group. I think there were about 200 people in this group.
Wow. Okay.
And initially what it told me was that this WhatsApp group was being created by Zerodha. Everybody has heard about Zerodha now, right?
Yeah.
We all heard the success story of Zerodha and how it helps people invest and it teaches people about investment and all of that.
True.
So this was the same thing. It said it is by Zerodha. They're teaching you on how to invest safely. They will tell you what's happening in the market on a daily basis, and they'll send you graphs. They'll send you all the information you need. And they'd actually said the group is monitored by a person who works at Zerodha.
Oh, okay.
So the name was Hansan Deval, I think. He is one of the VPs of Zerodha.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be his assistant, Ishita Paul is the name that was there. And you keep getting those messages saying that the teachings are by this person. He will be studying the market, and whatever he is doing for Zerodha is what he will be helping you do also.
Okay.
So it started with every day at the end of the day, you would get a message saying that these are the teachings from today. This is what has happened in the stock market. This is how the stock market behaved, and these are the details.
Very nice. Was the data which was given authentic, or did it match the reality?
Yes, it was. It was very authentic. It talked about whatever was happening in India that day. It also so this was very recent, right? It was 2 weeks back, and so we had lot of tariffs coming in. Every day it was volatile with US talking about tariffs. So they were actually talking about that and how the stock market was getting influenced by it, and what you should and what you shouldn't do. So I think the first week of messages were basically telling you that this is how the stock market works, this is what you have to do, this is how to learn.
Very nice. Just to summarize, you got onto an ad on one of the platforms. You wanted to learn about it. Then the next thing happened is you were invited into a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
With 200 people, which was talking about a well-known brand.
Yeah.
To make a buy-in, maybe they just use the name.
Yes.
And then you also, this is the best thing, right? You also get on a daily update, which is authentic. So you trust them and move forward.
Correct.
Very nice. So they actually create a trap and get you confidence a little better. And then what happened next?
Right. So you're not feeling vulnerable. You're not feeling like it's a scam, right? What you're feeling is you're learning. You're actually learning from them because there's a message coming in, and then in that, along with that messages, there were also the group talking about how well they're doing with the ideas they've given. They said we have picked out 1 or 2 things you said and we have invested, hence we are making money out of it.
Okay.
The market is volatile, but stay in. So there were a lot of group messages coming in from what you think are individuals who are telling you because of the teachings how they're doing in the market. So
That is a success story trap,
yeah,
right?
and you actually think the way you have been added in the group, the others are also being added in the
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
Everybody wants to learn about investment,
True,
right?
true.
And it was interesting to learn. And the next week, or I think 3-4 days after this, they started saying, because this person is such a big person in Zerodha, he
Zerodha.
goes through a lot of people's portfolios on a daily basis and be able to analyze the portfolio, your portfolio, for free, and tell you how well you're doing in the market and give you guidance based on your portfolio. So I didn't do that, but there were a lot of people who started sending their portfolio saying, can you, so they didn't send it there, but they were like, can you look at my portfolio? And it was like, yeah, you message me individually and I'll let you know.
Very nice.
And then it came back on the group message saying that he analyzed my portfolio and he's told me some suggestions, because of which I'm sure I'm going to learn more and grow better.
Okay.
And that went
Good.
on for a few days. I didn't do it basically because I didn't have a portfolio to share. I
Okay.
don't know if I would have shared if I had one at that point. But like I said, I was just entering it. I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't have anything major to share over there.
Very nice. This far, all this is happening only on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Please continue.
Yeah. So the next step was, after talking about portfolios and telling people where, I don't know if it actually happened or if it was just people talking about it on the WhatsApp, but it gave the view that there were a lot of people being analyzed and their portfolios were being corrected and they were getting set up. So the next was, because it's Zerodha and they have set up this kind of portfolios for others, they came back saying that I know a lot of people are interested. What we're going to do is we are going to create an investment plan from which you can all earn money and play the market very well.
Okay.
Okay, and the investment plan would share which stocks to invest in over the period of 20-30 days, from which people could earn money.
Wow. Okay.
And at this stage, I was still believing that it was only sharing of the stocks to invest in and not actually anything else.
Mm.
And even if it was investment, I thought it would actually be in the Zerodha app.
Correct.
So you're still trusting that it's coming from Zerodha.
True.
One more thing I need to tell you at this point is, when they created the WhatsApp group, I put the phone number in just to check if there was a proper group or if it was a fake number or something like that. And WhatsApp didn't, or the site I was looking at told me that it's a valid number.
Oh, okay.
And it was in use for some time. So I was like, okay, so it's not a fraud number.
Yeah.
Right? That's the basic check I did, again, because we have been talking about it so much in Vayah, Vikas, and what we're doing.
Yeah, true, true.
So the Hope investment plan, I think that's what it was called, and it started happening on a more regular basis. They started talking about, we're coming up with it, are you all interested, and all that. And that went on for a week, where they started building in the interest.
Okay.
And in between that week, there were still the daily teachings going on. And he gave people 2-3 company names to invest in, saying that tomorrow the shares are going to be better. Why don't you put your money in this if you're interested, and you might do better. And again, people came back saying, yes, they invested. The shares went up as was suggested, and it's doing phenomenally. I mean, it's going to do well thanks to the master who's teaching all the students, etc., etc. So you get
Very
carried
nice.
away with all of this.
True, true. With what you're saying, it looks like the 200 people, out of that, there were some 100 frauds themselves,
Could be.
right? And they're trying to put you into a special ticket investment plan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then probably the next step would be, if I assume, they will take you to a special website or a link,
Yeah.
which is virtually like Zerodha. Is that what happened?
Yeah, before that, there was one lady who pinged me from the group
Okay.
separately, and she said she is also investing for the first time. How do I feel about it? Does it look like I'm going to keep investing? She's scared of the share market, so she just wanted to talk to anybody who would help her out. So
Okay.
it felt like very real, like my situation where somebody else is also looking for it. Still doubtful, but whether they want to invest or not, because they've not asked for money, they've not asked for anything, they're just teaching you.
True.
So you're willing to go, and you get the reassurance that there are other people similar like you who's all been there doing it.
Yeah.
So after that, it was like they said the Hope investment plan is going to go live the week after, and people who are interested should sign up. And there was also a call, a WhatsApp call, when somebody directly called me up, who's supposed to be his secretary, and she said, "Are you interested in taking part in this? If you are, then I'll need your Aadhaar card
Okay.
or PAN card. No, yeah, PAN card and name, so that we can add you into the list and sign you up as a investor under the Zerodha group."
Very nice.
So that was the next step actually, and it came in at a time when you're actually busy. So it was around 2:33 in the afternoon when you're actually working. You don't have time to spend thinking about all of it. So you just say, okay, I'll look into it, I'll send it, and keep the call down.
Yeah.
So that's all the conversation was, and it was just in a minute, and it again felt authentic because somebody is calling, they're saying they'll be adding you into the Zerodha group, they're looking at how to do it, you have to become a proper agent and all that. And I think 2-3 days after that, I got a message saying that if you're really interested, we don't take money officially, but if you earn more than 100%
Okay.
on shares, we will take a percentage of it.
Okay.
And it was put in a way that if you're making so much of money, would 2%, 3% make
Really
a difference to you?
yeah.
And we'll only take money if that 100% comes to you. If it's
Okay.
lesser than 100%, we won't take money.
Okay.
Right? So anyway, I've trusted them for these couple of weeks. Now you're
True.
seeing they're doing a lot more things, and you're like, what is the 2-3% when I'm
Absolutely.
earning the 100%?
100%. Right?
So
Good.
like, okay, it's fine, I don't have an issue, I'll give you that money. And then they send a link saying, if you're interested, create a Zerodha account, and this is the account details, upload all the formality, get yourself verified, and then you'll be ready to trade.
Okay, the special link comes in now.
Yes.
All
So
right.
there's a whole story
We
built
will
in there.
quickly go to the viewers.
Yeah.
The viewers, if you look at it, this is what is happening, right? They're building trust. They're giving a well-known name, and then they building trust in terms of data.
Yeah.
Then they're giving you a plan.
Yeah.
Then there is a person who connects with you individually with similar state of yours, so that you believe them little more.
Yeah.
And now comes the biggest thing, right? There is a link where you have to upload data, and then look at the timing what they're matching also, right? They're trying to reach you at a time when you're busy.
Yeah.
Right? Stay tuned, you'll know a little more. It is just not a WhatsApp message, there is more happening. Thank you. We will continue now. The link comes to you, right?
Yeah.
What happens after that?
I think this is where I started doubting the whole process, because the link seemed genuine. You open it, it says, I forgot the name now, it says kite.zerodha.com or something like that.
Kite.zerodha.com. Yeah.
Something like that, and it says create an account.
Okay.
I actually went ahead and created an account, which is just a username, and they send you a code. They say we'll send you a code, and that's where they ask for your email ID.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have your phone number, then they're asking for your email ID, you give them the email ID, then they send you a code to the email ID, and then you enter the code and it creates this website, which actually looks very much like an investment website. You have the share details of various stock markets come up, you have a page with everything showing, and the next page talks about your investment, it's your dashboard and what you want to do, etc. on that.
Creating a clone app today is very easy.
Yeah.
With all this is AI, ML, which is happening, and probably one of that. None of you got into the app, you put in details. What happened next?
So it wasn't an app actually it was a website.
Website, okay.
I didn't want to put money in unless I actually knew if it was Zerodha itself.
True.
It looked very much like it. I went on to the Google Play and I looked at Zerodha app and other things, and it actually said kite dot something. Zerodha app is called that.
Yeah.
But the website when I went into didn't have the full details of Zerodha on it.
Okay.
That made me a little bit skeptical. When I looked at about the company, there was nothing much mentioned there except basically what you see online.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I should probably verify the website if it actually belongs to Zerodha. Again, I think it's only because we have some computer knowledge
Yeah.
and some knowledge of frauds.
Yeah.
And again, Vayah Vikas keeps talking about it. You particularly keep talking about it.
Yeah.
So that made me a bit more cautious, because somewhere in the back of my mind, we still keep thinking of frauds all the time.
True.
So I looked up at the website and I couldn't actually link it to the Zerodha site. Though it came back saying it's a valid website, it's been active for a couple of years. There's no fraud on that website and other things. It didn't actually link back to Zerodha.
Okay.
I think I put it on lookup. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Who is where the domain details and
Yeah,
all of that
yeah,
comes to?
yeah.
And
That
then
and lookup DNS, I think, where
Okay.
you look at the IP number
IP
and see where
address
it
and
is
all of
coming
that, where
from.
it is coming up.
So it didn't actually give me anything bad, but it didn't verify that it was actually registered to Zerodha or anything else.
Okay.
So I didn't at that moment invest, but I went back into the group to just see what these guys were still talking about.
Okay.
So the next day after the whole thing came up live, I had this person asking me, why haven't I invested? The secretary of the Zerodha guy, and why I was not interested and all of that. And I was like, I'm not very sure. So then you get a lot of links telling people saying they invested, they got money, they were already seeing funds in their account and etc. One or two people came as the 2 days after that saying that they actually took some money away from the site also.
Okay.
Again, making it very believable. And if you remember, there was a friend who used to WhatsApp me.
Yes.
So it started kind of not badgering, but asking repeatedly, why don't we do it? Are you doing it? And I was like, are you sure you want to do it? I still at that point didn't believe that she was just faking it. So I was like, are you sure you want to do it? I'm not very sure if this is a valid site.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll wait before I invest. So the next day it comes back saying that I made 13% profits and this one. And then the secretary comes back to me on a private message saying that you can win up to 300%.
300%?
Yes. And they sent a page which references to the previous similar investments they have made. And if you look at it at the bottom, it says 800%.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I can believe 10%. 12%, maybe I'll stretch it to 14% also in shares, but 100% in shares is just not believable. And now they're saying 300%, 800%.
Yeah, then there is a problem, right?
Then yeah, so I think even though I didn't have the knowledge of a share market, but believing that anybody can give you 100% returns is a big deal. But believing somebody is giving you 800% return as foolhardy, and that's where I stopped.
Very nice. Now, let me quickly summarize what's happening from a cyber fraud standpoint.
Yeah.
One, it was an ad. Then they started giving genuine data,
Right.
building your trust. Then there is a group which is talking.
Yeah.
Then there is one person with similar state of yours who is connecting with you, trying to understand. Then they take you to a separate link.
Yeah.
Which could be a clone website, or it should be a clone website where they're collecting more data of you.
Right.
And what they also try to do in that website, once you invest, they give virtual numbers there.
Correct.
It might not be real, but it will show 100%, 200% gains and all of that. And
of actual shares.
Correct, the actual ones, right? And then now the other thing is the last point. When they're talking about 300%, 600%, 100% for that matter, they're trying to get into the greed factor of the
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah.
And that's where you fall, right? And then that's where you are conscious, and then you're saying,
Correct.
okay, I'm not going to go
Yeah.
further because 10 to 12% is realistic. Anything more than that is just a jazz in the investment world,
Yeah.
right? Now, are you still part of that WhatsApp group? What's happening there?
No, actually, I then found this website. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the names today, but I think it was scammers.com or something like that.
Yeah,
And
I will add the website
Yeah.
URL at the bottom. You
Yeah.
can look at that, and then what is this
So when
website
you
about?
put it in there, what happens is that website tells you of all the scams that are running across.
Oh yeah, I also remember the website. I forgot.
Yeah, it took a lot of searching to get there, but it shows you all the uh, scams that have been caught, basically,
Okay.
the online scams that have been caught.
Oh, perfect.
And when I put this in, I was actually looking for Zerodha, I think the keywords for Zerodha, scammers, and things like that. And I came across this website and I put in the details, and I realized that this scam or this exact same model has been running from 2013.
Okay.
It started with Nitin Kamat's name. Then I think it became too big to use his name, so they went to the next level kind of in the same organization. It's the absolutely same pattern.
Okay.
There is no change in how they're doing things. And if you look at that website, it also tells you that these fraudsters have been caught multiple times.
Okay.
It's not that they haven't been caught. So the
Yeah.
fraud has been caught, it has been established, they have been caught, they have been jailed.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's them coming back or if it's somebody else copying the formula and doing it. But it's exactly that. The whole WhatsApp messages I got, the formula that they follow, all of that is there.
Very nice. This is like old wine in the new bottle.
Exactly.
Very
That's
good.
what it was. And it kept telling that this was, and this is not only on this company's name, it's been done on various companies' names.
Yeah.
With the same format. And yeah, after that I reported it to WhatsApp. I blocked the account, deleted it.
Okay.
And I still, at this point, I genuinely believe that that girl who was messaging me was also was an individual like me. So I messaged her saying, I think this is a fraud.
Okay.
And then it comes back saying that when I don't know if it's a live person also anymore, but the message comes back saying, I have already made money, I've taken money out. Why
Okay.
do you not believe it? You should just trust the process. You will only see for yourself, etc. I was
Okay.
like, okay, then this is also probably
part
a
of
fraud,
the
because there's
game,
not
yeah.
even a question of, what are you talking about? Do you find any links? Nothing like that. So then I blocked her, reported her, and I closed that also.
Very nice. So dear viewers, look at this, right? It is just not the WhatsApp message, and it is not one-time thing.
Yeah.
It is a journey, right? They pick you up 2 months before, and then you into a small journey,
Yeah.
and then they try to convert you where you are in the greed zone, and you
Yeah.
start investing. Then you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
Let's thank you so much for the
And
entire narration.
sorry, just to add to that, I don't think they take the money in one instance and they close.
True.
It's smaller investments happening over a period of time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the first 2-3 times they actually give you the
Give you
money
back.
back just for you to trust and probably get in more people. And then your money is gone forever.
True. Now, this happens in multiple other frauds as well. One of those is part-time jobs for senior citizens,
Yeah.
and they give you smaller jobs. They pay you initially,
Yeah.
then they will ask you to deposit some money to get bigger job,
Yeah.
and then you're stuck. Then it does not go in one shot, as Pavitra is rightly mentioning. It goes in smaller chunk, and later you yourself would have invested so much money,
True.
and you will get scared that you'll get stuck. That's when
Yeah.
you will ask for the money back, and you will get to know the reality, right? Pavitra, thank you for narrating the entire thing. If you would want to give our seniors some 4-5 tips to stay away from this investment fraud, what would that be?
I think one is, don't believe anybody who is telling you you'll get 100% returns.
Yeah.
That's nobody can promise you that ever. Two is also when if you have a message from a friend or somebody saying they found the best scheme for them and they're able to earn money from it, be very, very, very skeptical, because in this day and age, or even before, if there's no hard work, there's no money coming in.
True.
Three, always be vigilant. Always keep in the back of your mind that not fraud does not happen just because you're intelligent, just because you're knowledgeable, just because you're learned and you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Fraud happens by very, very intelligent people tricking you into believing them. It's the trust factor, right?
True.
That's when the fraud happens. If you don't give money to people you don't trust, so the first thing they build with you is trust. So be very careful of making friends of somebody you don't know, especially when they promise you money in return.
True.
And I think the last thing is listen to Vayah, Vikas, and what we're doing here to help you understand about the scams and be educated.
Thank you so much, Pavitra. That was really eye-opening.
Yeah.
And I hope a lot of our viewers will keep following us and learn more. Just to summarize the entire thing for all of you. First thing, investment scam does not happen in one WhatsApp message. It happens building your trust. And this message can come from your friend as well.
Yeah.
Right? And then they will add you into group which will brainwash you to trust them and go forward. They're building your trust. Then they talk about this group which is making money. You'll see groups saying, oh, I made 100%, I made 200% and all of that. Then that's a part of the scam. And then you'll also be taken into two different things. One is a website URL they will give you. Second one is an app they will ask you to download. And trust me, the minute they give you an app download link in WhatsApp, you should just go away from it. That app might not be an authentic one, and it is not going through the App Store or the Google Play Store. It will just install on your phone and it can take every information from your phone, right? That is a wake-up call. The minute they give you a URL or an APK file, it is called, and if that is coming through, then you should go away. As Pavitra was narrating, there was one person who was nudging her every time, saying, let's invest together. Why are you not investing? I'm also trying. Please don't fall for it, right? If you want to do investment, be realistic and reach out to the right platform and try to invest. Most of your net banking accounts or banking platforms has options to invest. You can go there or trusted brands which is out there, right? Just don't go into a WhatsApp message and then try to invest and get caught. Thank you for watching. We at Vayah Vikas stay with you all the time. Look for a next video shortly and then keep following us. Thank you. Stay safe, stay active. This podcast is from Never Stop Growing, Vayah Vikas, and will continue to be with you to learn and help you stay safe.